Hi everyone. My name is Nina Cho. I'll be your surgeon today, whatever that means to you. Before we start, a bit of hospitality. So as you may have experienced already, in case of any, the facility is on the just right out the room, the right-hand side. In case of any emergency, we will follow the order of the MC host and we'll gather out at the car park and we will do a head count from there. So thank you again for all coming. And what a wonderful weather for learning. What else would you do in this setup? So I will now hand it over to our host of this event. Today's host of this masterclass is Tom Bielski. Tom has been with the Toastmasters for 10 years. He's a public speaking trainer and coach. He's also a current international public speaking champion for the district. With that, let's join me in welcoming Tom Bielski to the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Toastmasters District 17 Public Speaking Masterclass. What a pleasure it is to have you here. And I want to thank you for coming to this masterclass today. Despite the wonderful day we're having outside, just imagine you could be doing so many wonderful things like holding laundry or darning your socks or reading, or heaven forbid, watching Netflix. But instead, you decided to come here. So I want to congratulate you for taking the first step, maybe the second step, maybe the third or even 10th step in becoming a better presenter, an exciting storyteller, and an influential speaker. So thank you for being here and congratulations. What will you expect to learn from today? Today you'll get a slight introduction to what Toastmasters is about and how Toastmasters teaches its members to become better speakers. I've been with Toastmasters for 10 years, and for 10 years I've been trying to become a better speaker. What made me join Toastmasters? I do a lot of presentations at work, but I am a business analyst, so I work with computers. Any computer kids here? 1, 2, 3, okay? Now, you know what they say about computer geeks, right? They say accountants. Any accountants in the room? Is it true? Accountants are boring? Yeah. Oh, there's a saying that accountants are boring, right? But you know what accountants do when they are do you know what's more boring than accountants? Accountants hate going for computer geeks party because they're the most boring things ever. And so I thought I was a fabulous presenter. I did presentations so often at work. And every time at the end I said, do you have any questions? Nobody had questions. And I thought, that's great. I must have been really good. I must have got the message across. Yeah. But it turns out that when the person who was at my seminar went back to the desk and the boss said, did you learn anything? They said, no. That's why they weren't asking questions. They had no clue what the hell I was talking about. And for years I thought I was a successful presenter at work. And it turned out I needed a little bit of work. And so I joined Toastmasters. And that's where I had learned the mastercraft. I'm still learning mastercraft of public speaking. So today you will learn a little bit about how to write a speech. You will learn how to include stories in your presentations. You will learn how to deliver your speech with passion, and finally, how to be an inspirational speaker. Today's presenters, 4 of us, we are all award-winning speakers with the district. Whether it's the inspirational speaking, whether it's humorous speaking, or extemporaneous speaking. Here's a word, extemporaneous, you don't hear every day, right? First time I heard it, I had to look it up. Extemporaneous means off the cuff. Which is, I hope, what our speakers will not be doing today, Peter. And you will also, and some of us are also champions at evaluating, giving feedback. And at the end of today's presentation, you will hear a sample speech and a little bit of feedback, how we give each other feedback in order to learn. Does that sound fair? Does that sound fun? Yeah. We're all going to have, wow, who was that? What's your name, sir? Ham. Oh, you're my next best friend. No one ever says, yay, at this presentation. They say, come on, everybody, put some energy. So, yay, are we going to have fun? Yay! That's the goal, man. Our first speaker today is Vijay Vijayaratnam. He feels that extemporaneous was happening. I had to learn the pronunciation when I was the contest chair, when Vijay won the district humorous contest. Whew, that was a fun ride. How many years ago was that now? Quite a while. Vijay has been a Toastmaster for well over 20 years. He started his journey in Malaysia, where he won not only the humorous speech contest, but also the international speech contest, which meant that he went to Las Vegas to compete at the semi-finals of the World Championship of Public Speaking. He's a great speaker, and today he's going to talk to you about how to write a speech, how to put a structure to a speech, how to properly give an outline, and finally, the most important key, why. Why are you going to speak? So please join me. The first speaker, Vijay Vijayaratnam.
Thank you, Tom. As Tom mentioned, I started my Toastmasters journey 27 years ago in Malaysia. I participated in the district competition, which consists of Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, and Thailand, and I got third. I participated again the following year, and I got second. And the following year, and I got second. And then I gave up. I said, if I can't win here, I better change country. So I came to Australia. And there I got first. Tom is right. I represented Western Australia in Las Vegas back in 2000 something. But here it's not about me. It's good to see all of you here. And you all look very distinguished. Now, can I get all of you to stand up, please? For those who feel that you don't have a fear of public speaking, you can sit down. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. And out of that, about 30. Thank you very much. Thanks for sharing. According to the research done in America, and it was published in the Healthline magazine, I read that last night. It says 4 out of 10 Americans have a fear of public speaking. Here, when I ask you all to sit down, only 3 sat down. So probably that statistics is wrong, or probably the Americans are lying. Because there's another research that says that 75% of the population are afraid of standing up and speaking in public. There was once, this person was trying to motivate everyone to stand up and speak. And he says, imagine a special function where you're called to speak. Imagine a eulogy, and you are going to deliver that eulogy. How lucky you are that you are going to be standing there and delivering the eulogy rather than being. And he asked, how many of you would be happy to stand up the pulpit and deliver the eulogy? 2 people put their hand. And what about the rest of you? And they pointed to the pulpit. Actually, Seinfeld made a joke about that many, many years ago. There is a terminology, there's a term for fear of public speaking. Anyone knows what that is? It's called glossophobia. Glossa is tongue, and phobos is fear. It's Greek. So it is not you who is afraid, it is your tongue. So why is your tongue afraid to stand up and speak in public? Why do you think it is?
It's attached to the bacteria.
Again?
It's attached to the bacteria. Very few may not be so confident as your tongue.
Yeah. Okay. It has to do with, maybe I'm not so confident, a fear of being judged, a fear of embarrassing yourself, a fear of everybody will be laughing at me. And then there are the reactions in your body. What type of a reaction does your body give when you are afraid of standing up, when you're asked to stand up here in front of public? What do you do? What is it? Say again? Shaking? Yeah, trembling? Sweating? Nausea? Sorry? Fiddling? Your brain freezes? You want to run out? And some people wet their pants. There's this guy who actually went to a coach, professional coach, and say, look, I have to stand up and deliver my thesis. When I stood in front of my class, I wet my pants. I do? And the coach said, I've been speaking in public for 20 years. The first time I stood in front of public, I wet my pants. And I can still have the smell. But I overcame it. I used 2 strategies. And so the boy asked, what are the strategies? First thing, eye contact. Look at your audience and get the audience to look at you so that they are focusing on your eyes. The show is up here. Don't look down. So the boy felt, oh, okay, I can use that. But what's the second strategy? Wear dark pants. Today I'm not wearing dark pants. I think I've overcome that fear. There are two reasons generally. Confidence is one thing, but why are we not confident? One, prepared. Are we prepared? Am I going to have something worthwhile to share? How are the people going to receive what I'm going to deliver? That is number one. Number two, how am I going to fare actually delivering in front of a group of audience? Who are they? Are they professionals? Do they know more than me? Are they going to judge me? So these are the two. What I'm going to talk to you about today is preparation. How do you prepare? I don't have much time. I think I've got another 10 minutes or so. Because Tom said, make sure 20 minutes you're out of here. So I'm just going to focus a little bit and impart a little bit of what I do to prepare. So this is not tell you what to do, but what I do. Firstly, there is always a topic. A topic. So let's say we have a topic, right? Topical issue now, and we have got something like climate change. So when you talk about climate change, I'm sure you all have got some ideas of what climate change is. Yeah. And you've got some ideas what to talk about. So can I ask a scribe on this side to get some ideas over there, and a scribe on this side to get some ideas over there? Very quickly, about 5 or 6 things that you can talk about for climate change. A scribe here, please. Put a hand up or nominate. Hand. Yeah. Hand. And on this side. Yes, please. And your name is? Natalie. Natalie. Okay, can you please throw your ideas? Climate change. What do you want to say about climate change? Very quickly. It should be up here somewhere. And you all can throw some ideas. You can come up. You can come forward and whisper in his ear.
Yes. What it is? What it is? Number 2.
If
Climate
these
change.
the cause, yeah.
The impact.
Deforestation. I think there are a lot of activities on this side.
Alternative energy. What else? Skeptic.
Yes.
Just having with the spelling S
Okay.
K E P.
All right, 30 seconds more.
Consequence is impact.
Yeah.
Okay, the last one.
Children's futures. That's it. Our legacy. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Natalie. And thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. And for the two of you, I'm going to give you magazine. It is long time ago. But whatever is public speaking is always current and valid. Although the magazine might have done some time ago, it is some time ago.
I'm not receiving that anymore.
So,
No anymore.
okay, so you can carry this. All right, so I have one got here, future life, legacy, ice melting, wildlife emission, global warming, crossbreeding, deforestation, weather change, changing climate cycle, and extinction. Good points. And you've got some on this side as well. What is it? The causes, the impact, the solution, alternative energy, skeptics, children's future. Okay, so there are a lot of ideas. Have you attended a meeting, a seminar, a talk, where someone just goes on topic and you're just hoping that the person will stop? Why do you think that happens? You're not engaging. Yeah. And what they want to do is share everything that they know. Because yes, they have a lot of knowledge and they are probably an expert in that. And they want to share everything that they know. How do you make it engaging for the people? Connecting. Yeah. And for you to connect, you need to know two things. What is the occasion? What is called occasion? Double C or double S? Double C. What is the occasion? Who is the audience? What is the level of knowledge of the audience? What is it that they want to get from there? Okay. So target your message to what you think the audience need to know. You may have 20 years experience in a particular area of expertise, but what is it that the audience wants to know? Time. How much time are you allocated? In Toastmasters, we practice sticking to time. You can see Mina there holding up and say, it's 11 minutes and 14 seconds that I've already spent. So I have got another 9 minutes. How do I wrap up in the next 9 minutes? So for you to do that, stay focused on what your message is. Yes, climate change is the topic, but what is the message that you want to deliver? So when you leave the room, what is it that you want to take away? Or what do you want the people to take away? That is the message that you have to focus on. And usually, what is your attention span? What is the attention span of people generally when you're delivering a speech before they take up their handphone and start texting? Again, a minute? Yeah. A minute? 5 minutes? Okay. 5 minutes is more or less where you get the full attention. Have you got to say something? No. No? Just resting your arm. 5 minutes is impactful. You can get the maximum attention long enough for you to deliver your message, short enough for you not to lose the attention. So it's about 5 minutes. In Toastmasters, we practice delivering speeches between 5 to 7 minutes. Because beyond that, people will start drifting away. I will start drifting. So 5 to 7 minutes. So how much can you get in that 5 minutes? How many points do you think that you can actually deliver? There's a lot here. 8, 2, 3. All right. So yes, the topic is climate change. What is the message? So if let's say one of you, any one of you, yourself, let's see your name, and so what's a message that you want to deliver from here? So climate change is climate change. It's very broad. Yeah. So if you're going to deliver a message, what is it that you want? Causes and impact. Yeah. So the causes and impact. So you want to deliver about causes and impact of climate change. Is there a takeaway? Yes, this is the cause, that is the impact. But why are you talking to us today? What do you want me to do? Okay, that is the message. The rest are giving the perspective is more of a documentary. But at the end of the day, why are you giving that speech? Is it to a group of school students that you're talking about the future is in your hands? What should you do? What I expect you to do? Or is it the price of not taking action now? Is that your message? Or is your message how bad all the old people are? Because they spend all the money on petrol, they fly here, they fly there, all the baby boomers, because they don't care, they're not going to live very long. It's your future, you have to take action. What is the message that you want to do? Okay? So focus on the message. What sometimes happens is people deliver their knowledge, but there's no specific message, there's no specific issue. So once you look at what message you want to deliver, then you pick 3 things from here. 3 topics, okay, or subtopics. So see topic 1, topic 2, topic 3. You start to look like an animal, but that's what speech is. An animal. Can get away from you very quickly. Now, once that you've got this, how do you introduce your topic? How do you introduce your topic? Maybe a question, maybe a story, maybe a joke, because that is going to engage them, number 1. Number 2, you can introduce your message. I may come up here and say, thank you for all of you for being here. I'm sure you're very interested in climate change, but climate change is false. Climate change is a myth. So when I come out like that, you know what is my speech going to be about. So your focus is going to be, okay, maybe it is, but tell me what. So you are going to pay attention for the next 5 minutes to hear my story. All right. So the impact, how you're going to get people engaged is on the introduction. It can be a story, it can be a joke, it can be just, this is what I'm going to talk about. Then you have your 1 message, 2 messages, 3 messages. And finally, your conclusion. Your conclusion. And what do you talk about in your conclusion? Recap. Very good. Recap. Summarize. Yeah. Summarize what you have introduced here. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I've given you 3 good reasons why I say that climate change is fake. Climate change is a myth. It is something that is propagated by those people who want to commercialize everything, and they came up with a new idea, and you are all fools. Thank you very much. So that is how you end it. Tell them what you want to tell them. Tell them the reasons, and finally tell them what you have told them. Because that's the message that they go back with. They may agree with you, they may not agree with you. So finally, how long do you think each one of this should be? Each point, how long do you dwell on each point? 2 minutes? Yeah? 1 to 2 minutes, depending. You can separate them equally, or you can make this 1 minute, you can make this 2 minutes, you can make this 1 minute. And allocate a minute and a minute, or a minute and a half, a minute and a half. So if you talk about a minute and a half, there's 3 minutes. Then you got 2 minutes for your 3 points, which may not go. So for a 7-minute speech, yeah, 1.5, that is 3, and divide this into 4, that's the 4 points. into the 3 points into the next 4 minutes. Okay? You don't have to tell everything they need to know. You don't have to throw everything you know at them. Right? So that's how I would prepare a speech, a 5 to 7 minute speech. The opening, the conclusion, and 3 points. Do you have any questions before I leave here? Because it's 19 minutes. Mina is going to throw things at me. I would do about a minute and a half for each. Because that is the impact. This is all fillers. Although this is the substance, but it's the message. The message is here and here. This is the reasons, the arguments. Thank you. Thank you for the question, Aaron. I'll give you on magazine as well. You see, I've not opened those magazines because too many to read. Anyone else? Any other questions? I got 15 seconds before I put it out. Okay, if there are no questions, Sarah? How do I practice?
You just like make notes and then just go through flow for whatever you want to say.
Most of the time I do free flow, but then that comes with experience. But if I want to write, I'll be looking at, okay, the topic. Just give me 30 seconds and I'll finish this. Okay, I'm given a topic today to talk about how to prepare. So I just look at that, how do I prepare? How to prepare? What am I going to talk about? I got 20 minutes. And I usually don't write anything. I just let it ferment in my mind. Last night I sat down, I took a piece of paper, and write this is what I'm going to talk about. And this is how I'm going to introduce. How can I engage? Do I get everyone to stand up? Do I get someone to put up their hand? How am I going to engage the audience? I had a couple of conversations with Tom on who are the people, how many of them, how's the seating going to be, what is the available material. Then based on that, I think I'm just going to talk. I'm going to ask them these questions. I'm going to put up just paper. Then I'm going to talk about these points. If this is the core of the message. So that is how I prepare. If I'm going to deliver a 5 to 7 minute speech, that's where I start. Okay, this is the topic. These are the things I can talk about. I'll choose 3 and then let it work in my mind slowly on what I'm going to do for the introduction and the conclusion. So that's what I do. So put your points 1, 2, 3. Then how are you going to introduce it? And then replicate that in the conclusion. Hope that answers you. Yeah. All right, everyone. Thank you very much.